From MK to MA. When you leave your family at the age of 16, it changes more than you think. It affects everything. You leave your family and friends to study abroad, to meet new people and seek out God. In Hungary for 4 years, now here for 3, without my parents here to support me. Don't get me wrong, they do their best, but it's hard when an internet hug is the only one you'll ever get. Boy problems, exams, and friendships are all difficult things, but it's harder for me than for anyone else, it seems. Not to be depressing, because that's unfair. I've had the time of my life here, but that's not what I feel led to share. It started with excitement, mixed with fear and joy. A tangled mass of butterflies. A 16-year-old me stood terrified. I got onto the plane in shaking boots, asking God to help me set up firm roots. By the way, did you know that most third culture kids have experienced 8 major moves by the time they're 18? Way to knock you off your rhythm. I consider myself blessed to have only had 4, but when I did all alone, walked by myself out the door, I feel like I should elaborate more. When I was a kid, I had quite a few friends. I lost them all having to move country again and again and again. When a child's life is filled with painful goodbyes, we adapt our defense mechanisms and don't let anyone into our lives. I've lost a lot of things and people and places, not lost but left for the good of what's best. I've lost security. I never know what to expect. I've lost lifestyle and status. No one knows of my past. I've lost pets and friends, my siblings and parents. Sure, we still keep in touch whenever our far too chaotic and separate lives find time to squeeze in the quick hello before the rapid goodbye. It feels like you never have enough time. I discovered 2 years ago that relationships matter, that I preferred having meaningful friendships than avoiding a sad goodbye's painful splatter. So I dive deep into relationships. I don't waste any time. Not liking small talk is the story of my life. On the flip side, I don't let anyone too close, because chances are I'll know you for a few years at most. It's weird when your friendships have expiration dates. It's like analyzing how much food you've got left to enjoy on your plate. And then there are those losses you get on the side. The ones that leave craters that are meteor-sized. These craters cannot be filled or erased. Only time can heal them. But I don't have that many days. Yes, I know I'm still young, but I felt 1,000 days of shame, sent walking like living bereavement, feeling abandoned and ashamed. My parents love me, but they cannot and will not be there for every hard thing. Standing years later, looking back on those days, it's a miracle I'm still here. Because going back would have been such a waste. Despite the homesickness I still feel now, despite the days I still want to bow out, I take courage and purpose. God still wants me here. I don't know why yet, but I'll take up the rear. See, the most important thing I think I've learned is to let God go first, because He knows the path, and He finds ways to get me past the troubles and trials. There's been more than a few, though despite all of this, I will still do what God wants me to.